What's going on, guys? Wei from Revolution here with two of the individuals behind one of the most hotly anticipated brands, which doesn't launch this year, but will be launching next year. And this gentleman, of course, needs no introduction. He is the legend that is Jean-Claude Biver. And next to him is actually an amazing, great guy, and also one of the greatest watch brains that I've come to know as well, Pierre Biver. How are you, gentlemen?
Yeah.
I'm good. Thank you for the introduction. Very kind introduction. I'm very happy to be here with you and to talk about this exciting new project.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Biver, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm much better after my velo. How do you call it? VTT?
Biking.
Biking.
Yes, mountain bike.
My mountain bike crash. I have recovered, and I'm very pleased to be here with you and with my son. And you two are so young and dynamic. You are giving me the hope for the future.
You're very kind. So, I mean, I guess one of the questions that watch collectors had always asked themselves is what would Jean-Claude Biver's brand look like, you know? I think one of the things that you're one of the greatest leaders in this industry. You're also, incidentally, one of the greatest collectors in this industry with a specialization in some of the most beautiful and rarest paddocks in the world as well. And Pierre, you've spent your professional life becoming one of the greatest experts in vintage watches. So I guess kind of off the top of my mind, my question would be, will the brand that you will launch next year be kind of classic in theme?
I think it will definitely reflect both our passion for watchmaking and what we like in watchmaking. So there will be this component of something very classic, but at the same time, I think it's important when you put the name Jean-Claude Biver on a dial that it reflects his career, his experiences, what he's learned, and his frustrations, his successes. So I think altogether it will be a very interesting mix of all these different aspects of both our love for watchmaking, our lives, our experiences, my very small ones, his very big ones. So yeah, I think it will be somewhat classic, but at the same time it's also about transmission, about evolution, because just passing on and doing exactly the same thing that you've been doing is just repetition, and there's no fun in that. So we also have to make it evolve and synchronize both the past and the future in something cool today.
That's
tomorrow.
Exciting.
You just mentioned the fusion.
True.
And the fusion, which is now the headline of Hublot, has always been my passion.
Right.
And this passion of fusion started with the French in Paris, with the French museum, Le Louvre, where the architect Pei put in the middle the pyramid.
Yes.
And 95% of the French people said, what a scandal! How can he put such a modern style in the middle of our Le Louvre? And I was impressed, and I thought, this guy is just brilliant. Let's do the same in watchmaking, which I did, by the way. Now, as I'm coming to my end of my career, in 15 or 20 years, I would like to come back somehow to my first hours. So I want a modernized past. That's my dream of a watch today.
That's fantastic. And Pierre, when I first met you, I think I met you in the kitchen with your dad. You made a beautiful chicken for me, and we were talking. Your dad was talking about how he loved to travel with you because it gave him a fresh perspective. He said that he wanted to go to Japan or to Tokyo with you because he wanted to see the world through your eyes, and it gave him this energy and this sort of this capacity to appreciate the world through completely fresh eyes, And Mr. Biver, at the time, I said, "Do you think Pierre will end up in the watch industry? Do you think you'll ever work together?" And you said, "I don't know." So how do you feel today? How rewarding is it for you that you're on the cusp of launching a watch brand with Pierre?
I feel it fantastic for several reasons. The first reason I feel it fantastic is that he has a passion. Nothing can be worse for a young lady or young man to live without passion. Then life is boring. He has a passion. That's already an achievement that I'm extremely pleased. The second part of being pleased is that his passion is close to mine, which means we can exchange. Number three, his passion is such that I can even learn.
Wow.
And as long as I can learn, I want to work with him.
No pressure.
When I cannot learn anymore, it will be time for me to retire. So I'm learning. And number four, it's a privilege to work anyhow with your son. So it's the continuation of the role of father is when we can, even in private life, if we can support and exchange ideas and live together. So for me, it's like a present from God.
And Pierre, I mean, you have as a dad one of the greatest legends in the watch industry. Did you ever feel pressure to join the industry? And at what point did it kind of click for you? Where you were like, you know what, I love this.
I think it really clicked when I was about 18, and it actually it actually clicked because of a watch that I was offered, upon finishing my high school. It was a Blancpain annual calendar.
Nice.
And it just sparked something in me, and I was like, wow, this is what I like, the magic, the feeling of it, of that watch. Just it did it for me. Then regarding the pressure, obviously there is kind of a pressure, which is normal. It's highly expected, when you have a father that's been so successful and, as you said, a legend of this industry. But the pressure, I don't really feel it, because I would never have the pretension to say I want to do what I don't want to achieve what he's achieved. I respect him, I respect him so much. What he's done is just so incredible. I've never even once considered saying to myself, "Oh, I want to be, such a great man or such a great businessman." I don't want to leave a mark on the watch industry. I don't have the pretension to say I want to do the same thing. If I can do it, well,
Yes,
it's better. But it would be very cool. But it's no pressure. I just want to live my passion. I want to live my passion, next side by side with my father. Just have fun, do something cool.
And important for me, you have to do it your way, not
Exactly.
my way. Everybody has to choose his way, and that makes us rich to be partner with people who have their own way. If everybody has the same way than me, I don't need anybody. I need you because you have your own way.
yes.
That is the richness of being together.
And we were talking this morning. I was telling somebody, if he would just, if transmission was about handing down just a textbook with, a guide to how to succeed, like Jean-Claude Biver in the watch industry, I don't think anybody could do it, because it would just be repetition and repetition. Right. There's no soul in repetition.
Right.
There's no. There's nothing. What's interesting is evolution. So he will pass on some of his experiences, his knowledge, and then it's up to me to interpret it in the future. So pressure, no. Expectations, yes. I completely understand some people, are just like, wait and see. Let's see what he does, because today he's arrived in this position. I'm very privileged to be where I'm today, and that's because he's my father, and I completely understand and appreciate that. It's normal, but now it's up to me to prove the industry wrong or right. I don't know. And just do my thing, be happy, and live my passion.
Your first steps are telling me that you are right. And the first step you did, you designed, or you helped the design of our minute repeater. And that design is just extraordinary. And we had here, before you came, we had Yoshida, Mr. Yoshida from Tokyo. And when I saw his reaction and the numbers he bought, I must say, wow. Bravo.
Extraordinary.
Thank you.
Extraordinary. So I guess it's safe to say that your first watch will be a minute repeater. Yes. Can we?
Yes, the first watch will be a minute repeater carillon,
Wow.
with 3 hammers, tourbillon, and a micro rotor for the automatic system.
Amazing. And probably knowing what your tastes are like in not too big of a watch, something
38, average 38 and a half, between 38 and 39 millimeter.
Fantastic. Well, as usual, you have exactly the pulse of what people love. So the last thing I want to say is that, we've never lived in a period where independent watchmaking has been more embraced. And I think part of that is because of the singularity of what's created, unique visions, and also the underlying humanity of independent watchmaking, real human beings with real stories. So I would like to congratulate you both for becoming independent watchmakers. And I also would
We're not watchmakers. We're not independent watch lovers that will
Watch creators.
watch creators.
Independent watch creators.
We'll never, unfortunately, we'll never be able to say we're watchmakers. Because
But Richard Mille is also not a watchmaker somehow,
Indeed.
and he's very successful.
Watch creator. Yeah,
Yeah, watch
exactly.
creator.
So congratulations on that. Based on the singularity of what you've told me, I think the watches will be exceptional. And based on the humanity of the relationship between the two of you, I have to say already I find the story wonderfully enchanting. So Pierre,
Thanks so much,
congratulations, Mr. Biver.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to seeing it. Cheers, guys.